What's going on, everybody? It's your boy Zoe with No Days Off DFS, here to bring you that NBA slate breakdown for the 7-gamer. We got another 7-gamer on the slate. A ton of teams on the back end of a back-to-back. And once again, would it be the NBA if we didn't have a ton of injury news to pay attention to? So many questionable tags that we gonna not even gonna get the answers to, that we need the answers to, especially for these early games. But we're going to figure out how to navigate it. I got you guys. We're going to go ahead and go through everything right here. Of course, wouldn't be a slate if we didn't have a ton of people on the damn injury news, man. It is crazy out here. And then especially just see guys get ruled out. Or that's that thing right there yesterday. Now, yesterday for my people on Patreon, I'm sorry that the cord did not post. I was at a birthday party, didn't have the greatest signal. I hit post. I sent it. It would have, you would not have liked it anyway. It had Goga in it. Goga was in the damn core. Goga, 3 minutes after lock. 3 minutes after lock. Ruled out. Late scratch. That is bullshit. That is bullshit beyond bullshit, because you knew the motherfucker wasn't going to. That's the thing that I said in that one video, that one little YouTube short that I made, where it's like, you all know, and I know you know, because when 6 o'clock hit, 6:01, the news for the 6:30 or maybe even those 7 o'clock games, it comes out like it's scheduled every single time. You cannot tell me otherwise. Y'all know this shit. You know it. Y'all know Goga wasn't gonna play. Y'all know Goga wasn't up there on the damn board at 5:59 yesterday. Y'all know that shit. Just my bad. I'm going on a tangent. But this, it's like that shit right there just pisses me off, man. It really does. Anyway, in good news though, if you guys follow me for the WNBA, you guys know that it's just going to be a beautiful week. It's going to be a beautiful time. I'm just happy. I'm going to enjoy life. As long as we do get a WNBA season next year. My Dallas Wings, they got the #1 pick again. They got the #1 pick again. They got the #1. Let me know down in the comment section, who do y'all think the Dallas Wings are going to draft with the #1 pick? I know everyone's going to go to the obvious choice. And I want you to give me a reason why you think that it's going to work if they go with that choice. If they do, because I got a take on that. I really do have a take on that, but I'm going to save that because this is the NBA. We're going to go ahead and we're going to get into this right here. If you guys are new here, make sure you guys hit the subscribe button so you guys don't miss in the sauce and stuff drops over here on the channel. You know, if you enjoy the weird rants and stuff that I go on as well, hit the like button. With that being said, looking at it, Detroit taking on the Indiana Pacers. Over here, Jaden Ivey, he's probable to play. He did make his debut last time out. I think he played like about 15-ish minutes, or 10 minutes, something like that. Didn't look bad in that time frame when he was out there. Indiana Pacers, they are still going to be without Aaron Nesmith, Obi Top Dog. For the Cleveland Cavaliers, they are on the back end of a back-to-back, and I highly expect that we're going to get Darius Garland rested like normal, and then Lonzo Ball, he's going to be active. Sam Merrill, he's still dealing with a hand injury, and then Craig Porter Jr., I feel like he might play. I'm not 100% sure, but definitely pay attention to that. Jared Allen, he has a legit finger issue apparently for him, so it's up in the water, questionable, because I'm recording this so early in the morning, but definitely pay attention to that. If he's going to be out, we're just going to get Evan Mobley still starting at the center spot, and more than likely Tyson still inside the starting lineup. So that's not bad. Just pay attention to that news right there. Toronto Raptors, RJ Barrett is doubtful. He sprained his knee last night going up for a dunk. And then Jakob Patel, he was just held out for the front end of the back-to-back for rest, so he's going to be playing over there. For Dallas, taking on Miami, my boy Brandon Williams dealing with some back issue or something like that. If he's going to be out, then we're probably going to get the D'Lo effect. D'Lo back in the starting lineup, or Jaden Hardy, depends on who they actually like more over there. Other than that, really no one else to worry about truly on Dallas side. For Miami Heat, Tyler Hero expected to make his debut finally after all the time off. Jovic, he is questionable to play. Wiggins, he is also truly questionable to play. If Wiggins is going to be out, we probably just still get the same starting lineup where Bam is starting at the 4, and then you get Ware in the starting line as well. New York Knickerbockers, OG Anunoby, he's still out for them. Brooklyn Shitters, they played yesterday. Claxton, he is, I don't know why they got the little thing right there next to him, but really just Cam Thomas is still out. I don't feel like we're going to see anybody rested over there for Brooklyn at all, so interesting. I don't know why they have that stuff. Chicago Bulls taking on New Orleans Pelicans. Kevin Huerter, he's questionable with an illness. Patrick Williams, I'm not too sure, but he's questionable, but not like we ever click his name anyway. For the Pelicans, they're still just without Herb Jones, DeJounte Murray, Jordan Poole. Poole has the longest, bro, is Poole really injured, or they just don't want to play him? That's crazy. Huh. With Herb Jones being out, they're going to be starting Peavy. Peavy's going to be getting the start over there. Portland taking on the Milwaukee Bucks. Shaedon Sharpe is questionable. He has a calf injury. He might play. They did hold him out yesterday, so That's something that we want to pay attention to. If he's still going to be out, then we're just still going to get Denny Avdia starting at the point guard spot. So only thing we got to pay attention to right there. Milwaukee Bucks, Giannis, he's still out over there for them. The Denver Nuggets taking on the Memphis Grizzlies. Aaron Gordon and Christian Braun are out. We are getting the Peyton Watson and Spencer Jones show over here for the Denver Nuggets. So hey, I mean, we just know all the uses are going to be Jamal Murray and Nikola Jokic, man, because that's still wild. For the Memphis Grizzlies, Jaren Jackson Jr., he's questionable to play. And, of course, they're still without Ja, Ty Jerome, Scottie Pippen, just all the injuries that Memphis continues and always will have over there for them. And then this Houston Rockets taking on the Phoenix Suns game in the Utah, Golden State, Minnesota, Sacramento, Queens. None of those games are on the main slate. So, wait, let me make sure. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, none of those games are on the main slate, so we don't have to worry about them. But, I hope everything's going all right with Kevin Durant. I seen that it said that he was missing some time with some family stuff going on. And at first I was like, nah, man, he ducking smoke because he's not trying to play Phoenix or Golden State, which is both teams that he has to play. But when I saw the family thing, I said, all right, I'm going to take back my take on that. But still, kind of fishy. Anyway, going on over here to DraftKings site. I play the most on the site. If you guys don't have an account, you want one, check the link down in the description box below so you guys get that deposit match bonus and join your boy over here on the Kang. All right, we got the Cleveland Cavaliers taking on the Toronto Raptors. Again, we just got to get that news in regards to what's going on over there with Darius Garland. I'm pretty sure Darius Garland will be out. We're going to get the Lonzo Ball back in. If that's the case, depending on how it goes, if Tyson's still in the starting lineup, I definitely don't mind him, especially if we're going to be without Jared Allen. Tice, just 4,100, pretty good value option. Kid goes out there, he shoots, he knows his role, he plays it pretty well. Not a bad value spot that we can get to. Other than that, Donovan Mitchell, if he's running point, of course, we've seen some really great performances. We've seen him drop 51 fantasy points in this exact same spot. So that's definitely someone we can go to, 9,600. But he's one of those studs. I'm not too sure if I want to pay that for him. But definitely within the realm of possibilities of something that we can get to. Other than that, Evan Mobley, he's been on the streak, playing pretty well, back-to-back games. I don't know. Do you guys trust it? I don't know if I can or not because it's Evan Mobley. But definitely something that you can turn your eye to right there. And then, of course, our boy Lonzo Ball. If he gets to start, I definitely, of course, would like to play him if he's starting. If he's not starting, I still wouldn't mind him. He's a good value option off the bench right over there for them. Toronto Raptors side of things, with RJ Barrett being down, I imagine that we're probably going to get either Grady Dick slid into the starting lineup or Jacoby Walters. One of these two guys are going to get into starting line. If Walters is there, only thing is that he has to knock down the shots. Like, he legitimately has to knock down the shots because he does not offer too much. This kind of goes back to last season in regards to upside that we can get. Grady Dick, he can play some pretty okay defense and he can do a little bit more, but he's another one relying on shooting, relying on the scoring. I don't know if we can be too picky considering the prices for either one of these guys, 35 and 3,300. Definitely two value option that we can keep our head looking for. And then, of course, Shahid, I would imagine he would get a bump in his minutes. And the good thing about him is that he actually gives us those peripheral stats when he's out there on the court. For a bench player, he's second on the team in regards to assist percentage over here for the team. So I don't mind the upside for Shahid, especially if magically he was to get the start. They slick quick down to the 2 and put Shahid at the 1. I definitely would be looking in that direction because that's like killer value to get right there for him. Of course, with Jakob being back, CMB goes back to the bench. Savima Hailuk, he's third center again. No RJ Barrett being out there. Scotty Barnes, Brandon Ingram, those guys, the usage goes up a bit. Scotty Barnes, for whatever reason, seems to like playing going up against the Cavs. 65.5 fantasy points last time he played going up against them. Of course, we're gonna have our eye on that right there. And then outside of that, maybe Iman Quickly, 6,800, not bad. A couple more shot attempts to go around for him with no RJ being out there. And then Brandon Ingram, he's there, but going to be dealing with that the Hunter defense that should be on him. Only had 23.8 fantasy points last time out. And then, of course, no RJ Barrett being out there now. I'm definitely going to be keying more in onto him on the defensive side. So probably be a fade for me over here, especially at that price, 7,700. I could just drop down to drop down here to Quick at 68. But for sure, I'm going to be paying attention to who they slide into the starting line for RJ being out. That's definitely going to be some value over there to me. Detroit taking on the Indiana Pacers. Cade is Cade. I'm not going to spend too much time on there. Jalen Duren, this should be an easy spot for him, 7,900, double definitely within the cards in regards to what he can do over here for them. I'm not too worried about their bigs trying to be able to stretch him out or anything like that. He should still be able to go ahead and get whatever rebounds and stuff that he wants. If you look at it, he already had 55.2 fantasy points in his game versus them, 31 points, 15 actual points. And that was coming back from injury. I didn't expect for him to be able to go out there and do that. Granted, that game was without Cade Birmingham playing in it. So maybe the scoring is a little inflated in regards to what he can do, but still it is a sweet and good spot. We just saw Evan Mobley go out here and drop 52 fantasy points versus them. Game before that, Jakob Poeltl, he went out there and he dropped 38.25. The rebounds, that's what really sticks out to me, is that they're giving up some really great rebounding numbers to opposing centers. What does Jalen Duren do? He rebounds very well. I like the upside. Definitely, again, double-double is within the cards for Duren here in this spot, unless they decide they truly want to key in on him. Outside of that, we know with everyone being back, I do want to kind of see the prices adjust. Tobias Harris is kind of a crazy price, $5,500 for him. First game back, 23 minutes, 33.8 fantasy points. Definitely be a GPP option for me. I've never really just running to click Tobias Harris's name. I do like the upside for Asar, but of course he's more of the wild card. Tobias Harris seems to have the safer upside if you want to look at it that way. But I will have to say, coming down here, looking, where is he at? Ivy, 4K. 15 minutes, 16.2 fantasy points. He's a great player. He's not going to be this price for long, and I'm interested to see if he gets put back into the starting lineup once he's like at his full alignment of minutes. Definitely would be someone I would keep my eye on if you're trying to choose between playing like for a swing of an upside, low ownership, not messing with the Cavs value like Lonzo or Craig Porter Jr. or Tice. That would be something I wouldn't mind taking a swing at over there on the Jaden Ivey train if you guys think that it has some juice and you could possibly get the upside. On the NN Pacers side of things, really, I kind of attack Detroit with opposing guards, and that's going to be our boy, Nemberhard, 6,500. Seems to be the sweet spot for his price. Versus Detroit, he only had 22.2 fantasy points in that game versus them. Really didn't give us too much on the peripheral side of things. And, of course, Indy, they just been ass. Just really, honestly, just ass. They all the injuries, everything. I feel really bad for them after going from a pinnacle high to just shit. But definitely Nemberhard will be, of course, one of the places we can go to. Pascal Siakam, price is slowly starting to drop back down for him. Yeah, he's dropping some 40 burgers. Hasn't had the greatest matchups in the world for him. Going up against Detroit last time out, 43.2 fantasy points. Okay position and spot. We have seen opposing power forwards play some decent games, especially if they're able to stretch the floor. Jalen Johnson had 56. Buzelis had 46. It's okay. I'm not really running and gunning trying to get there, but definitely something that you can mess with. Instead, I don't mind coming down to our boy Benny Math. We know the usage is going to be there, the shooting that he's going to go ahead and take, the rebounding, he has that as well. And for whatever reason, I'm pretty sure Detroit is one of those teams that he gets up to play going up against. 33.2 fantasy points going up against them last time. That was him coming back from injury in only 25 minutes. He's playing upwards of 30. I definitely do like him, 6,700, not a bad price in position to go ahead and get him. This was also the game that we saw Isaiah Jackson, for whatever reason, popped off. 40 fantasy points in 27 minutes. If you want to mess with that GPP option, definitely go ahead, but not something that I'm going to be running and flocking to get to right there. New York Knickerbockers taking on the Brooklyn Shitters. Over here, really, Karl-Anthony Towns, I mean, he should have the matchup advantage, be able to go out here and do what he wants. 50.5 last time going up against him in 28 minutes. This, of course, New York is the better team. They truly are the better team. Just got to hope that the Knicks, not the Knicks, that the Shitters can keep it close enough for this to be an okay game. I'm not too sure if I want to pay 9,500 for Karl-Anthony Towns in a game that is projected to have a 15-point spread currently right now. Jalen Brunson at 9K. 9K for Jalen Brunson. That's too damn high. I don't care if he's dropped 55, 43, 43, 54 in his last couple of games. That's too damn high for Jalen Brunson, man. But a lot of it comes from him actually having to score at least enough. Mikal Bridges, with no OG being out there, I do have some interest right there, especially for the defense that he gives us, the blocks and steals that he can get, and he typically can dish an assist or two and score as well. 7,500, that's not a bad price. I wouldn't mind getting to him right there. Our guys off the bench, Miles McBride, Jordan Clarkson, those would be two other players that we can look to off the bench right there. But really, not too many Knicks stick out to me, and it's going to be the same thing on the Shitter side of things, man. Michael Porter Jr., this is going to be a tough matchup for him. Going out here. Granted, last time going up against him, he had in 26 minutes 33 fantasy points. So if you want to take a stab at that 8,200 though, I'm really not feeling too comfortable getting over there to that. I can say that Clowney at 4,900 though, I can definitely drop down here, back-to-back 30 fantasy point games for him. He's shooting pretty efficiently out there, and he's giving us a little bit on the defensive side as well. Looking pretty comfortable, not a bad option for a value spot. Then also, of course, Claxton, he's going to have to be out there to play versus them, but deal with Mitchell Robinson and Karl-Anthony Towns coming off the back end of a back-to-back. Probably some heavy legs, and it's with travel. Yeah. Now the recipe for success. 6,800 GPP option. Really, nobody truly sticks out over here. Maybe you can mess with Day'Ron Sharp, Powell, some of these guys off of the bench if you think they have some upside, but probably just going to be Xing off the Brooklyn Shitters off of my list and not really looking back to try to force them into a line. Dallas, though. Dallas Mavericks taking on Miami. I want to know if my boy Brandon Williams is going to be playing or not. If Brandon's out, we might have some value with looking back to, and I know it's going to be crazy for me to say this, D'Angelo Russell might be back into our lives. We might have to play D'Angelo Russell. Granted, he has logged some DNPs and stuff over the last couple games, but still, D'Lo, maybe. If not D'Lo, then of course Jaden Hardy at 3,300. He can go out there and get us a little something. Either one of those guys, definitely going to be some option that we can look to over there, but something just to keep on our radar. Really, for defensive wise, I'd say opposing power forwards going up against the Miami Heat. So PJ Washington, this would be definitely one of those spots. Miami plays fast. PJ seems to somewhat thrive in these faster games. Look what he did versus the Pelicans, 43 fantasy points, and that one right there. Going up against Portland, 34.8 fantasy points, of course, just came back from injury. So then, of course, Washington, 35.8 fantasy points in that game in 37 minutes. So don't mind looking at PJ, especially it's a nice spot. But then also Cooper Flag. I know probably going to be, really, I'm not too scared of any of the defense that Miami is going to be able to throw at him when I think about it actually out loud. It's not like you have Andrew Wiggins out there playing defense. Really, a lot of it is just you guys getting into the passing lanes and just forcing teams to speed up and making some mistakes. So, yeah, no, I definitely don't mind Cooper Flag, don't mind PJ Washington. Either one of these guys would be some pretty solid options. But Brandon Williams, if he's actually out there, I do love Brandon Williams today. I think this is a pretty great spot for him. Opposing guards going up against the Miami Heat, they've actually played pretty well. Josh Giddey, Tyrese Maxey, 46 and 44 fantasy points out there for both of those guys. Miles McBride, when Jalen Brunson was down, 32 fantasy points. Lonzo Ball, 34 fantasy points. Drew Holiday, 56 fantasy points. So I like the upside. That's why I really want to know if Brandon Williams is playing, because I do think this is a really great spot for him to be able to go out here and crush. Outside of that, Klay Thompson, he's playing off the bench. He can light it up whenever he actually wants to. Maybe the sunshine might be good for him out there in Miami. You could definitely mess with that if you want to. On Miami side of things, Tyler Hero comes in and throws a monkey wrench. And how the hell is he priced at 8,300 first game back? No. I don't accept that. That is a bunch of bullcrap right there. That's kind of like reminding me of last night where I was like, LeBron James, he's coming back and you're going to price him at 90, not like 9 something. And he only had 17.6 rebounds, 8 assists and a steal last night. That's not worth it being 9K. Let him play a game or two. Put him at a mid-range option. Of course, I get it. Everyone's going to flock and go try to play them. If you were smart, you wasn't going to play LeBron James last night. You were still going to be looking at Luka and Austin Reeves as your 2 options that you want to play. Like, I literally, if you watch the Lakers and you pay attention to him, you already know LeBron does not give a shit. He's not worried about it. He's not on a championship winning team. Why the hell is he going to care to even bust his ass out there? He's just out there to play because he got to play. That's it. Anyway, on the Miami side of things, Bam Adebayo, definitely we can look at it. We know opposing bigs going up against Dallas. It's been a thing. For whatever reason, even though they have athletic bigs, they are shit at guarding and defending inside the paint. Definitely wouldn't mind getting over to the Bam. If Khalil Ware still gets to start, opposing centers have literally crushed. So it depends on who's going to get the start at center spot over here for Miami. If it's Bam, then I like him. If it's Ware, then I like him as well. Ware is actually coming off of back-to-back really great games out there, and it's rebounding. That's one of the things that he actually does really well. He's the better rebounder, of course, between him and Bam Adebayo. Bam, he's just there sometimes and won't rebound, even though he's a fucking actual center. But definitely Ware, I like the upside. Definitely wouldn't mind it for him at all. I'm not really going to play Tyler Hero, of course. Powell, I'm not going to play that just yet. We got to see what it's going to look like with Tyler Hero being out there. Jaime Jaquez, that price has to come way down. He has to get back down to the, I'd say, 62 or even below, depending on what his minutes and rotation is going to be with Tyler Hero being out there. I got to see that drop, like drop. And then last but not least, our boy Davion Mitchell, man, definitely keep your eye on him. The assist, the playmaking. Look at his potential assists over the last 5 games and pay attention to that. Those assist numbers are climbing up. As fast as what they play, going up against Dallas now and opposing point guards versus them over the last several games, it's been beautiful. Vince Williams Jr., 35 fantasy points. Jeremiah Fears, 40 fantasy points. Jalen Brunson, 43 fantasy points. Danny Avdia, 50. James Harden, 87. I'm not going to keep going. You guys get the idea. Davion Mitchell, with his playmaking and what he can do on defense, love the upside. Definitely wouldn't mind clicking on his name today, especially at that 5,100 price tag. If my boy Brandon Williams gets rolled out and you put D'Angelo Russell out there, give me Davion Mitchell. Just click that. Denver Nuggets taking on Memphis Grizzlies. Again, this is the Joker and Jamal Murray show. With there being no Christian Brown, with there being no Aaron Gordon, they are going to have to step up, and we've already seen it these last couple of games. The Joker, he's 44 actual points, 34 points, damn near could have had triple-double in both of these games if he wanted to. 13.5 though. Price is steep. We just got to find the right value if you want to go up and get to him. But I definitely wouldn't mind just playing Jamal Murray, which you could just drop right down to and play instead. Good matchup for him. DVP looks pretty good. De'Aaron Fox, Donovan Mitchell, Peyton Pritchard, all these guys, 40+ fantasy points going out here in these position spots. Jamal Murray, 8,500. That lets you get your Denver exposure without having to pay up for the Joker instead. Outside of that, Peyton Watson, I like him. He's a really great rebounder when he's out there. Definitely, if they keep giving you this line over there on the books, 4.5, 5.5 rebounds, take it. He's going to be able to get you at least 7 to 8 rebounds. Okay, and good spot for him to be able to continue to do that here. And I like it. He's a play finisher, not a play maker or anything like that. 5,300 is not a bad price for him playing 30+ minutes out there on the court. We've seen this last year whenever these younger guys like him, Strother, and where's the other one? Tyson, whenever they were getting minutes last year for him, they were playing really great. But definitely, I don't mind Peyton Watson. Of course, he's getting that burn over a player like Tim Hardaway Jr., who you would thought maybe would have slid into the starting lineup or something like that. Or Bruce Brown, who wanted to be back in Denver so damn bad. But definitely, Peyton Watson, I like the upside. Don't mind going to him. And then where's the other dude that they keep starting? Spencer Jones. I don't know a lick of shit about Spencer Jones, but I know I'm not playing him. I just know I'm not going to play a Spencer Jones. That is my analysis on that right there for him. Not playing Spencer Jones. I do not think he has any type of upside. I would rather see Zeke Naji being out here because Zeke actually knows what the fuck he's doing when he's on the court. Memphis Grizzlies side of things, no Ja Morant, Jaren Jackson Jr., I doubt that he plays in this game. If he's still going to be out, Santi Aldamo's prices come way too high up here for me. Definitely makes you have to decide if you want to play that for him. And I'm going to be very honest, I'm not too sure that I want to actually play that. Now, I understand that Denver's defense takes a hit, especially with Aaron Gordon and Braun being out. Those are like your two key defenders that you have out there. But I'm not too sure if I'm willing to run to some of these other plays over here. They have been lackadaisy to opposing guards. And Vince Williams, I know he's technically a small forward, but he is playing the point guard spot. He's been pretty good at facilitating. He can rebound when he wants to rebound, because when you take him to go out there and get 6 rebounds, whatever reason, he stops at 5. But upside, it's okay. It's there. I don't mind the price, 6,200. It's okay. Definitely, long as he can go out there and give me about 30 fantasy points, I will take it as a position. And then Cowart, he's coming off of a shitty game. A really shitty game last time out. Definitely wouldn't mind him as a GPP option, but definitely would rather come down here to Vince Williams Jr. Zach Edey, he's going to be needed for his size, but he is still on a minutes limit. He's still going to be playing roughly around 25. Maybe he can get to 28 minutes, but definitely. We've seen the Joker be lackadaisy versus opposing centers. I'm not too sure if they'll be able to run him off the court or stretch him off the court or anything like that. Edey can also knock down 3 ball if he decides he wants to take that shot. GPP option right there just because of the minutes limit. And like I said, Santi, I really don't see myself getting up there to Santi as a position and a play. Portland Trailblazers taking on the Milwaukee Bucks. Again, Portland on the back of a back-to-back. Got to get the news on if Shaedon Sharpe is actually going to be back or not. If he's going to be out, then it's going to be much of the same old starters that we just saw, where they got mollywopped by my OKC Thunder. Either way, opposing point guards going up against the Bucks. That's what we want to attack. Denny Avni at 9,300. It is steep. It is very steep to pay this price for Denny, but the matchup is a good one for him. K just dropped 59. Tyrese Maxey dropped 86. Donovan Mitchell had 56. Luka Doncic had 68. What can Denny Avni, who we know he can go out here and get a legit triple-double, what can he possibly go out here and do? Could this be another 60, 72-point game that we can get from him? I don't know. But it's a good spot. And he didn't have to play full minutes because they got mollywopped by the Thunder last night. Jeremy Grant, he's also in a really great spot. Opposing power forwards going out here in this spot. Tobias Harris, this was his first game back. 33.75 fantasy points. Paul George, in limited minutes, 36 fantasy points. Miles Bridges, 48 and 38 fantasy points in a back-to-back that he played versus them. Evan Mobley, we ain't going to talk about him because he played like shit in that game, but he had 30 fantasy points out there for him. Definitely wouldn't mind looking towards Jeremy Grant. We know he's out there to shoot, he's out there to score, and he does that, but he can also rebound as well. Definitely don't mind it for the upside. Outside of that, maybe we can look towards some Klingon. Miles Turner defense really doesn't scare me out there. Just got to hope that he's not being stretched the floor too much. And then Kamara, he's like a last piece if you land right there. Love, if Sharpe is still out, he's going to be able to still get some minutes. Kazoko, he'll still be able to get some minutes as well, but that'll probably be about it over there. On the Milwaukee Bucks side of things, Looking over here for them, it's really just going to be once again Bobby Portis, Rollins, Miles Turner would be the GPP option. Definitely, we did just see my boy Isaiah Hartenstein go out here and drop some crazy numbers versus them, because low usage player just going out there just killing it. But if Turner's shot can actually fall because of his ability to stretch the floor and then everything else that he can do, he is an okay rim protector and all those other things. I wouldn't mind clicking the name. Definitely a GPP option though, because that price, I'd rather him be about 6,500 for what he actually has been giving us. Bobby Portis though, if they give him the minutes, I don't know what happened, but he played like maybe 4 or 5 minutes into the third quarter, didn't touch the court again. And I really felt like if Bobby was back out there, he definitely could have helped them win that game. I don't know what they were doing out there going against Detroit last time. I really don't. And I know he didn't get ejected, but that was just weird that Bobby did not go back out there to touch the court. This dude is a really great fantasy point per minute player when they actually let him play. I like him here again today. Okay position and spot. Definitely feel like he can do way better than what we just saw my boy Chet Holmgren do. If Miles Turner is roaming out there on the perimeter, Bobby Portis, he'll be in the position to be able to get those rebounds and has the upside. Outside of Bobby Portis, of course, Rollins, I mean, he stat padded like hell to win that game. He shot like shit, 9 of 21. And the only reason why he got some efficiency back was because he was still out there when the game was way out of hand and he was just chucking. I'm telling you, he knew his numbers. He knew what he needed that night, man, because he was out there trying to get that shit. You could not tell me otherwise. But definitely Rollins, of course, 8K, not a bad spot. We've seen it. Opposing point guards have been killing it. I know Denny, he's playing point. He's an okay defender out there, but Shea, 58 fantasy points in 3 quarters. Didn't have to play the fourth. Steph Curry, 49. Josh Giddey, 37. Devin Booker, 40. Brandon Williams, 30 fantasy points. Amen Thompson, 31 fantasy points. Fairs, 30 fantasy points. Definitely think he can get us more than 30 fantasy points. I definitely feel like it's about a 40, 45 fantasy points. So, okay, mid-tier option that you can get to on the day. Of course, no Giannis being out there, his usage is up. It's up. Just period. It's up. Last but not least, the game of the night, at least what I hope will be the game of the night. Almost everybody will be in play over here. If our boy Kobe White is out here and he's starting and he's playing tonight, Kobe White, man, at 7,600, that definitely lets me come off of playing up for Giddey. And that's just more assist upside for Giddey out here with White being on the court. Giddey, 9,800. I don't think I will be able to pay that for him. Even though the matchup is a great matchup for Josh Giddey, I will probably be coming down here looking towards some of the auxiliary pieces like the Kobe White, the Ayo DeSumo, the Buzelis, the Nikola Vucevic, because all of them have great matchup DVP metrics across the board for all of them, and I don't think you have to go to Josh Giddey. Giddey would be like if you're not trying to fit the Joker or like Donovan Mitchell, Karl Anthony Towns, Jalen Brunson, Cade Cunningham. That would be you're just playing Giddey like that instead. That's what you do right there. On the flip side of things, for the New Orleans Pelicans, it's much the same, man. Let's see, what's Zion's minutes limit? He played 30 minutes last time, so maybe not so much of a minute limit anymore. His usage is high, it's out there. When Zion is on the court, Queen looks 10 times better. I'm telling you, they got something over here with these guys. But Zion, Derek Queen, Fears, Sadiq Bey, all of these guys are in play over here for me. I love the upside for him. If Bey is going to be able to get the start over PV, then I definitely wouldn't mind it. If they start PV again, I'm not really looking towards there. That would be like a GPP option, because I just don't think that he has enough production when he's out there or usage. Everything was going through Queen. It was going through Zion, Trey Murphy. He was getting his shots and he was getting his looks out there. But really, and then of course Fears, he's out there. He's getting his looks. He's getting his shots. That's really where I'm going to focus on over here for the Pelicans. This game is stackable. Not only stackable in DFS, but it's also stackable on the books, because just look at it. Take both the playmakers from both teams. Take your main guy that's going to be going out there getting the rebounds. Look at who has the usage and who's been taking a lot of the field goal attempts over here for these teams, and see if it matches up with the DVP in regards to the position of what they're giving up. You definitely can go ahead and get something. Kobe White, Vucevic, both those guys in regards to their points over here for the Pelicans. Zion for his points. Trey Murphy, Derek Queen, one of those guys. Queen, sneaky for his assist. Real sneaky for his assist. Like his playmaking, he can play make as well. So there's just so many different avenues and ways you can go to for this game right here, stacking wise. I really do like it. Definitely do think it has some upside right there. All right, I got to get to school. I will drop the dirty core down inside of the comment section and pin it for you guys. Good luck. If you guys stay through this whole video, make sure you guys subscribe to the channel. If you guys have not already, drop a like on the video if you did enjoy the content. Don't forget, let me know down in the comment section, who do you think the Dallas Wings are going to draft with that #1 overall draft pick? Good luck to everybody today. Peace.